Have questions about your pets? Looking for your next forever friend? We've got you covered. This is Pet Connection with Energy 95.3. Now, here's Eric Fox.
10 a.m. on a beautiful Wednesday, and welcome once again to Pet Connection. My name is Eric Fox, live here from my office here at Energy 95.3. Joined, of course, by the great staff once again at Kern County Animal Services. We see Nick, and I also believe Angela's off to the side. So, good morning, guys. How you doing?
We're good. How are you, Eric?
Doing good. Waiting for the coffee to kick in like we always do about this time. But, you know, it's always a fun time because we get to look at some new forever friends. I always love this part of when we talk about previous broadcasts we've done, where last week, if you joined us, Piper and Tiny, actually, Piper found a foster home, but Tiny, actually, we had something cool happen. Can you guys share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Tiny's family saw her on the Pet Connection, and they were down here within the hour to get her back. So she's back.
Oh, love that. So once again, if you do happen to lose a pet, I mean, join in definitely with these broadcasts, and we've talked about before. Shelters are always a great place to check for if you do have a pet that you are trying to find. Now we have a couple friends with us today. Harvey and Hannah is who we're looking at today. What can you tell us about good old Harvey and Hannah there?
Well, I can tell you they're arguing with each other right now. He is to my right, to your left, and I have Hannah in my lap. Hannah's about a 9-week-old pup. She about 10 pounds. She's not going to get much bigger than this. She's a big old love bug. She's vocal, as you might have heard. But we're seeking foster for her right now. She had some siblings that came in with her, right?
Yes, and they have already left for foster homes.
And she's the only one left from her litter. But she's available for foster right now, and she'll be available for permanent adoption tomorrow. And that's Hannah. You want to tell us a little bit about Harvey?
So Harvey's 11 pounds. He needs an energetic family to take him for walks. Hi. He's ready to go for a walk now. 11 pounds, so he's not going to get any bigger. He may fill out and get chunkier if he doesn't get enough walks. But he's available for foster today, and he's available for adoption tomorrow. If you want to come down and just walk Harvey, we have our Streets of Bakersfield program, and you can do that as well.
Look at that. Harvey is already in the spotlight there. Harvey's like, yes, I got my nice haircut, and I want to show off to the world right now. We have the numbers on the screen there. If you do want to check in on Harvey and Hannah, A1133442. Hannah's A1133449. And Nick, we were talking about it before we went live to broadcast about some people may not realize that you guys actually are still open.
Yeah, I mean that's important. I mean we've been very graciously, very lucky to have the opportunity through Energy 95.3 to promote our adoptable pets. We also do a live Facebook stream from our shelter here every Friday morning at 11 a.m. We've been very lucky that there's been an audience and that folks see those animals and they commit to adopting them. But, you know, as I think people start to begin to return to normal life in Kern County, we're starting to see a significant increase in the amount of animals coming to our shelter. You know, we that would happen. We knew it was only a matter of time. But unfortunately, you know, right now what we're not seeing is a commensurate uptick in the amount of people coming through the shelter to adopt pets.
Gotcha.
And that's understandable, you know, but we want to get the word out and make sure that everybody realizes that we are still open to the public. You know, we're open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 4 most days. Wednesday, we're open from 2 to 7. We still need adopters, you know, and we still have pets that need a loving home. And like you and I were talking before we went live, there's such a huge benefit to adopting a shelter animal that's beyond, I think, what most people even understand.
Can you share a little bit about that? Because that was one thing that was interesting to me and I never really thought about before is when you compare it to like a friend or a neighbor or an ad or somewhere else, there's a lot of benefits really to getting one from a shelter. And can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, and you know, the situation that we find ourselves in animal welfare is one that was created by a lot of different reasons, you know. So spay and neuter, of course, is important because it just cuts down on the overall number of pets. But at the end of the day, we have animals in the shelter that need homes. And there's been studies that are done that show, people that come into new animals in their lives, a lot of them get them through animal shelters or through an adoption process through some organization. But a lot of them also just come into them from friends that have a pup that has a litter, or relatives or neighbors, or they see an ad or a flyer. And not to say that that's a bad way to go, because those animals need homes too. But
of course,
what you consider is that when you're getting a puppy from your friend, your relative, a neighbor, somebody on Craigslist or social media, you don't know the animal's not spayed or neutered. It doesn't have prior vaccinations. It hasn't been dewormed. It hasn't had a basic medical exam. It hasn't been treated for flea and ticks. Every animal that you adopt from our facility and any of the other shelters in our area, really, you're getting vaccines on board. You're getting parvo and distemper vaccines. You're getting kennel cough vaccines. You're getting a rabies vaccination. You get the animals coming dewormed and flea and tick treatment, and you're licensed or you're legal. I mean, not to mention the spay and neuter. So, we always like to say that we feel like we see an increase in the amount of people the amount of people adopting. That's because they want to save lives, but there's really a practical advantage to it as well.
Definitely a great thing to think of, because instead of going in kind of blind, you get all the information. I have shelter pets myself, and yeah, they're well taken care of before they come home. So shelter may be a little scary thing to think of, but once you really see what you get from the experience, it's definitely an amazing thing. Once again, if you are joining us on the live stream, you can put your questions in the comments, and we are taking your pet questions. And on the screen right now, we have the amazing and beautiful Harvey and Hannah. Harvey's on the left, Hannah on the right. Once again, those numbers, A1133442. Hannah is A1133449. You see the phone number at the bottom. You can call and get more information. That is 868-7120. And of course, their website that has so much more information also is Kern County Animal Services. And we want to get Harvey and Hannah homes, just like Piper and Tiny last week. And of course, it's always part of a great experience here, and we always appreciate everything you do. Angela, we were talking about the Streets of Bakersfield program. We talked about it before. Can you give a little more info on what that is?
Yes. So if you want to take a walk on your lunch break and you want a little buddy to take with you, you can come down to the shelter and let us know you want to take a dog out for a walk, or maybe go to Starbucks for a cappuccino. And you can check them like an hour or two. Or if you want to watch a movie and have a cuddle buddy at home, come check one guy out, take him home, sit him on the couch, and watch a movie. So we do.
That's always a great thing to experience. Also, maybe you have a kid in the house that's been talking about a dog. Maybe to see how the kids interact with the pet. Would that be a good thing too?
Yes, definitely. There's a lot of people that do come in, and it's their first experience at a shelter and wanting to get a dog or a cat, and so they want to do, make sure it's the right time, which is really good to do, instead of just jumping in blindly and getting a pet and not knowing what you're going to experience. And a shelter pet, a shelter pet is a good pet to get, so that way you can, some of them are trained, some of them are not. We don't know a whole lot, and a lot of the fosters and Streets of Bakersfield people come to realize these are great animals. They just need to be given a chance.
But you can see Harvey and Hannah both there, rambunctious and ready to get to your home, give you lots of love. I see Harvey's doing the chair dance, and Hannah over there is giving lots of puppy kisses. So Harvey and Hannah, we definitely want to get you home. And so once again, those numbers on your screen. Harvey is A1133442. Hannah on the right is A1133449. Nick, Angela, always appreciate spending some time with you guys every Wednesday. And once again, if you have any questions, you can put them in at our website, energy953.com, or the comments on the videos here. Make sure you share this with your friends too. And let's get both Harvey, Hannah homes, and more homes for all those amazing shelter pets. Guys, I really appreciate everything you do for our community once again. And that number at the bottom, you can see how can they contact you guys?
So they can call us at 661-868-7120.
And the website, of course, is kerncountyanimalservices.org. Guys, appreciate it as always. And once again, every Wednesday at 10 a.m., we do this right here on our YouTube, Facebook, and love connecting with you guys as always. We'll see you guys next week. All right.
Thank you.